I was a bit of a buyer today and started to nibble on two very specific positions. You know, my short natural gas trade has treated me very well this week. Well, I finally took the other side of that trade. I've been out of the short natural gas trade for a day or two and decided today that I was going to go long. My opinion, I don't think that natural gas gets below $3.07 a cubic foot. At least over the last 3 days, it can't even make an unconfirmed breakdown below that level. So I say it was time to start to nibble on some long natural gas position. I don't tell you here exactly how I did it because the state of Florida calls that results-based advertising. But if you want to know how I did it, just click that little red email icon in my bio. Of course, as soon as I did buy some natural gas, I let my members know. Now, I only used about half of potentially my entire allocation for natural gas. So in other words, I used about 2.5% of my total cash right now to buy that position. I could use as much as 5% of my total cash. That's just me. Doing that gets me invested in the position in case natural gas just takes off from here. If it does, well, I'm invested in the position. If natural gas does come down some more, I still have another 2.5% of my possible available cash to put into that trade. So I think I'm set up either way. I also just started to do a little nibbling on gold. Gold was down today, at least as of about 125 this afternoon. And if you follow my videos, you know that's what I was looking for. So I understand I got out of my long gold trade at about 1.6% higher than gold is trading, again, at least as of about 1:30 this afternoon. I realize that's not a lot of selling, but in gold it has been so strong, it was at least some selling. So I took 1.5% of my cash and just started to nibble on a new gold position. If you want to know exactly how I did it, again, click that little red email icon in my bio. Just like the natural gas trade, it does two things. It gets me partially invested, again, in gold if gold starts to rocket up from here. But I do actually think that gold prices could continue to come down, which is why I only put about 1.5% of my available cash in that trade. So I still have about 3.5% of my available cash that is possibly allotted to buying more gold. Should the price of gold come down, I actually think it can, which is why I only just began to nibble on gold today. I continue to just find it so incredibly amazing how seemingly strong the stock market is, even in the face of bad news. The durable goods orders that came in this morning at about 8:30, the numbers weren't that good, and here we are as of about 1:30 in the afternoon with a higher S&P 500. Absolutely amazing. Still in that confirmed breakout, in my opinion, above 6,259 or so on the SPX. In the medium term and short term, the underlying mood swings are getting a little extended to the side of exuberance, so I wouldn't be shocked if next week maybe we start out with just some chop. I actually kind of thought the stock market would just chop sideways today, and at least again as of about 1:30 it is higher, but I wouldn't be shocked if early next week we do have some more chop in the stock market. Not every single day, but very often here, the Magnificent Seven continue generally to outperform. If you are going, in my opinion, and I can be wrong, let me rephrase this for myself. I want to be invested in strength. In a stock market that is not all that healthy, if you look at the rest of the numbers, it's not all that healthy. It is not totally, but largely 10 companies kind of holding up the stock market right now. Well, if those companies are the companies that have increasing revenues and increasing profits, if I'm going to be in the stock market, and I am, that's where I want to be. So as a investor in the stock market, separate, from natural gas and gold and all that, I want to be invested in strength, and I am. Kiss your family members that you can, the ones that you can't, call them and tell them that you love them.
This is not investment advice, and if you don't know me, I'm John Crocker, professional investor, proud American, cigar lover, and owner of Crocker Capital, LLC.